for tuning in to WAOB News Now, everyone. I'm Jamie Worsley, and of course, I'm joined now by our very own Lena Allen. But before we get to the Liberty Expressway story that you might have seen me tease on my Facebook page, we'd be remiss not to mention that we do have a reporter on the way to a scene in Thomasville at the neighborhood Walmart there. We have been told that a crash into that Walmart actually resulted in one person passing away. Us coverage about that crash, and so make sure that you have the WAOB News app and those alerts enabled so that you can get breaking news like that story. But I wanted to cover that before we dived in to Lena's story today, just because we do have quite a few viewers in that area who have been following that pretty closely. So we'll bring you updates in our evening newscast as well on that story today. Now turning to Lena's Liberty Expressway story. Like I said, I teased this on Facebook. We already have a web article about this up and running if you want to get just the basic information about this project. But here to, kind of clue us in on what's going on is Lena Allen. Lena, can you tell me a little bit about how you learned about this project?
Yeah, so it actually got announced last year. It's a $21 million project that, again, will connect some roads, expand it, and also bring about that roundabout, the first one here in the Good Life City.
Yeah.
So definitely exciting for some people, but some do have some concerns. But again, they're just wanting to expand with the high traffic in the area near the mall and on Liberty Expressway.
Right, and so I actually went through a roundabout yesterday on the way to Americus, and that's one of the only ones in this area that I know about. Yeah. I've heard there's also a push to have another roundabout placed in Lee County. You heard about that update yesterday, I believe, right?
Yes, Lee County commissioners did receive a letter from GDOT talking about possibly a roundabout in Lee County, so they are looking at that.
Okay.
They said it was going to be in the Cedar and Hanley 133 area.
Okay.
So again, they are looking at that for Lee County. We will bring you some updates about that story as well as we learn more.
Right, so that's still in the works, but the Liberty Expressway expansion has already been approved and it is happening. Can you tell me a little bit about that project timeline? And while you talk about that, I'm going to show some of the current video of what the expressway looks like right now.
Right, so I actually did go out there. They are actively working to push back some of that dirt to make a detour road for drivers so that they can continue that expansion plan. Again, just trying to expand the area for that high traffic area. They're looking to get this done by winter of 2024. So they were saying that it will help reduce fatalities, specifically with that roundabout, will help reduce fatalities by 78 to 82%.
Wow.
Yep, so I'll have some more statistics for you that led up to this project. Why did it happen? And again, people have mixed feelings about it, saying that this might have been a waste of money, and some people are excited. Again, it will reduce that traffic in that area as well. So I'll share those reactions with you also later on in the newscasts.
Right, and so as you can see, there is construction happening on both sides of the expressway. Lena, you've been here a while. You know, we traditionally cover a lot of fatalities and crashes on the Liberty Expressway. And I know you mentioned some of those statistics. What are some of the positive feedbacks and comments that you've gotten as you've covered this story?
Right, definitely. Again, it'll alleviate that traffic in the area as it is near the mall.
Right.
People are excited about that, and just being able to have another way to get to their destination as we look at, again, that high traffic area for residents.
Right, and I know there's also hopes that we will be able to actually see some increased activity down near the mall, getting some people down to that area with this traffic improvement. Lena, when can people watch your story today to hear some more of those specific statistics and details that you mentioned?
Right, it'll be on at 5 and 6. We'll be looking at just the nuts and bolts of the project at 5, and then you'll hear that resident reaction at 6. So definitely tune in. There's going to be a lot of great information. And then again, check out our not Facebook, but our website, so that you can see those nuts and bolts, preview it, and also get a gist of how to use a roundabout, as this again will be the first one in the Good Life City.
Absolutely. And you already beat me to my next question, mentioning social media, Facebook. I have your screen name there at the bottom. Can you tell people where they can keep up with the stories you're working on every day?
Definitely. Find me on Facebook, Lena WALB. I like to post previews, videos,
yes, she does.
pictures. So you can check that out, and we'll keep you updated on this story as the project continues throughout the year.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, you guys, for tuning into this edition of WALB News Now. Again, we do have someone on the way to Thomasville to cover that fatal crash into the Walmart neighborhood market there. So we'll keep you updated. Again, you can watch WALB News Now, Lena's content later, further coverage on that Thomas County crash coming up here at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 6 o'clock on the air. You can always watch on our streaming apps, and make sure you have our news app with those push alerts alerted and notified and allowed, so that you guys can keep up to date with breaking news like that story that we just sent out in Thomas County. Well, with that is today's edition of WALB News Now. Make sure you tune back in here tomorrow, where I will be interviewing a representative from Colquitt County Schools on a new ag scholarship that they have recently added for their students, and a couple guest speakers that they're really excited about, including a country music star who's helping them in order to get the scholarship up and going. So we'll have that for you tomorrow as well. Until then, we will see you on the air here in just a few moments.